So here we are once again, back in the Carve Fusion carving shop. Let me plug this in, get the progressor going, get the lights going on, and have fun. Some of my plants have died. There's new bulbs coming in because I haven't been here for a week and a half because I was stupid and carved too much chainsaw carving without wearing my dust mask. And I got a bad sinus infection doing this treehouse. You know, wear your dust masks, everybody. I'm still dealing with, I'm over the hump with the sinus infection. I got to be very careful today. But when I get the sinus infection, it just doesn't affect my sinuses. It affects my whole body and wipes me right out. So you can see this is cracking well. This is going to be a Jordy Does video. I want to crack right down this valley. Yeah. Once again, this is going to be a copper roof with individual copper shingles. Anyways, to the point. So Jordy Does videos, I can just, for the new subscribers, I can just do kind of what I want, how I want, when I want. I don't have to edit it too much and whatnot. So these are planters that I did. I just hauled them out. Planters are big sellers. I sold all the ones for my for that grad sale, plus a couple extra ones. So I just cut these out, hauled them out. That's the hardest part about the planters, is hollowing them out. So this one will be I don't know when I'm going to carve on them, but it's not going to be a couple weeks till I carve them, because I am going to be taking a trip to Vancouver Island for 5 or 6 days. 4, 5, 6 days in 5 days. So, yeah, stand by. So anyways, I'll be filming for YouTube for that, beach combing across Vancouver Island. I'm going to start in Victoria, go to Port Renfrew, and go all the way to Port Hardy. I might even go to Powell River, I'm not too sure. But one thing first is, my son's moving back into my house for a while. He's 25 years old, so I've had to clear out a room for him. So that's what I've been doing when I had the sinus infection too. It would be my my other art studio room, Let Art Find You, where I painted and stuff like that. So that's all cleared out. I'm just waiting till my son moves in so that I can actually go away for 4 or 5 days, and my son can watch my cat Lee. So that's that. Now, I haven't filmed carving these things, but I carved one. I'll show you a picture of it in a minute. I carved one. My buddy has a big pond for koi fish, and he always wanted a no fishing sign, so I carved him a no fishing sign. I did it for him fairly cheap. So you can use fence boards with this stuff for these signs. Anybody can do it. I think so here's the point. So I did the one sign that said no fishing, just with my shitty printing. No fishing. Then somebody seen it, then they had a wedding to go to, and they asked me if I could make another one that says the people's names. So I did that. So I carved the thing on the thing, then I got a like a stick, then I screwed this to a stick, and then I carved, oh, that's a loud plane, stand by. Okay, then I carved a wood spirit underneath the stick that's holding this sign up, and then they can dig it into the ground. So that's what I'm going to do today. Now, I'd never ask for anything on my YouTube channel, because that's not what it's about. It's about showing people and just having a good time and enjoying life. I think YouTube's for learning. Personally, I go to YouTube to learn things. If anybody wants to chip in for my trip, I got to say this because some people will say, well, you should have said that. If anybody wants, because I'm going to be staying in hotels, if anybody wants to chip in, I'll leave my PayPal listed below. And anybody that does chip in, I will give you a mention on one of the videos. So there'll be about, I don't know how many videos. I'm just going to film beach combing, show different places of Vancouver Island, like the big trees and old forests and different towns and all that kind of stuff. I'm not the best at filming in public, but I'm going to try my best to get over that hump this time. Anyways, if anybody wants to chip in, I'm not asking. I do not need the money. I've worked hard. I've saved the money for this trip. But if anybody wants to chip in, my PayPal will be listed below. And please do not think that I'm asking, because I am not. So the person that I made the no fishing sign for is going to a wedding. Then they asked me to make another sign. There's a bug hole there. And another sign for a wedding that they're going to. So I said, yeah, I'll do it. And I wanted to do it before my trip. So this will be my last probably carving video till I get back from my trip. I do have an epoxy video where I did some molds with some lighter. I got to finish that next couple days. But I need to find the stick to put that sign on. You guys, you can go to your forest, you can go anywhere, find a stick. They're not very, like a branch or whatever, they're not very hard to find. I'm looking for Douglas fir or cedar because I know that that lasts the best. I think this is a pretty good one. You know, I used to carve these root heads. I can go get a root head anytime I want, so I think this is a pretty good one. Might be a little bit too big. If not, there's this one here. Yeah, I think I'm going to use this one. Okay, I'll get this out of here. Okay, so this is the stick I've chosen. I believe it's Douglas fir. It's cracked pretty good, but that's okay. I'll explain what I'm going to do. What I do with these signs, and you do not have to do this. Anybody with a Dremel can make these signs. Just get an old fence board, get a branch or a stick or whatever from the thing in your backyard. I notch this out, and I take this piece right out so I can put the sign on a flat back. But you can just screw your sign right to the thing. You do not need to do this part notching it out. But I'll do that after. But first of all, this is almost like a true well, it's about 1.5 inches thick. I'm gonna cut down here and cut all the shitty wood off, I think, anyways. Okay, so you see I cut it. I was trying to do a little bit of shape in it. The more rustic it looks, the better, I think, for this kind of thing. I'm not taking my time with this. I'm really rushing it. So now what I do is I find where I want to do the... Okay, so where do I want to carve the wood spear? It's going to be here. So there's no cracks there, right? So I want to go like this. I want some of the top to show, like that. So I got to get a pen. I'll do this off camera. And mark where I need to cut it and cut that notch out. Okay. Oh, there's the Jesus light. Got to clean my lens. So there's a notch out. Like I said, you don't need to do it. So boom, boom. Now I cleaned up the wood down here where my wood spirit's going to be. You don't have to do a wood spirit. You could do a flower. You can actually put somebody's address in there. You can put their address on here. I think for the people that are wanting to make money for this wood carving deal, let's see here. If you post this on Facebook Marketplace, you can post it, like have it carved. Blur out what you carve on here, on this part, and post great wedding presents or your address here where my thumb is, and blur that out and then make a thing about it. They're good sellers and they're easy to do. Like I said, you do not have to do that notch out. You can just get a fence board, screw it to there, and you're good to go, right? Also, I got so much stuff on my mind these days, I forgot. I don't know if I've asked. What do you guys think I should carve on these? You know, I did some owls already. Owls and knucks are easy to do. Should I do a cool wood spirit or green man on this one? You know, I thought, because I'm making this heron bird for the farmer's wife here as a gift to say thank you for letting me carve here. But maybe I could carve a heron in this one using my projector and ask him and her if they want this one that's a planter. If they want this one better than that one. I don't know why. That's been pretty wet cedar, so I've just been letting it dry. But I'd love to hear you guys what you think I should carve when I get back from my trip. And I gotta say this stuff while I remember. I'm not going to be doing much carving. I'm taking my little cordless Dremel tool that I got that like takes the battery. I'm taking that. I'm taking some carving knives, and I'm going to whittle. One more thing. Maybe I'll see some support single stripper moms on Vancouver Island. One more thing too. I cut that out with this it's this new MS 162 with a steel carving bar. Actually, I'm starting to love this little saw. This is replacing the MS 170. If you buy this saw, just get the saw, order the bar at the same time. They might tell you it's on back order. Who cares? Order it, and just order a 1/4 pitch sprocket to go in here, and you're off to the races for a beginning carver. I think it's go to your steel dealer, order the saw, the bar, a chain, and the 1/4 pitch sprocket, and order the 50 gauge chain, the thicker chain, not the thinner stuff. Anyways, now I got to do the writing. It's kind of funny when I made my buddy's no fishing sign. I sent him the picture. No, actually, I gave it to him in person, and I said, I just want you to know that this, I quit school in grade 1, so I can't print or write. So I call this quit school grade 1. Quit school in grade 1. Jordy Johnson Carving Fusion Folk Art Rating. Yeah, that's what I call it. Alright, so I said it in lots of my other videos, don't be a Jordy. Well, once again, don't be a Jordy. Now, I could have measured this out and had each numbered letter squared, but Buddy says he wants it rustic. He wants it the grade 1 style Jordy rating, so there you go. So the Murphys, look, I drew it on down here, but then I said, hold on, I can't do it at the bottom because that Y needs to come down and the P needs to come down, so I had to lift it up. That's why you see that, so I'm not going to carve that. I'm going to carve, like I said, you can do this all with your Dremel. I'm going to carve with the Dremel 4300 with the Kutzall Extreme Flame Burr. Oh no, that's a silver burr. That's a loud plane. Stand by. This is the Dremel 4300 with the Kutzall 1/8 silver Flame Burr. This is not the aggressive one. This is soft cedar, wide grain. Then I'm going to use the Kutzall a 1/4 inch silver one Flame Burr with the David Grass Makita 800C kicking ass die grinder. Then I'm going to do that. Then I'm going to burn it quickly. Then I'm going to get some black spray paint, spray over top of the areas. I'm also going to get my chainsaw and notch this so it's kind of like rotten. Spray that black. I'll spray the whole thing black inside these letters and stuff, and I'll notch this area too so it kind of looks like it's rotten. Then I can put this outside, let it dry a bit. Then I can focus on carving the wood spirit on this pole here. Does that make sense? I'm trying to do this as quickly as I can. Okay, before I start carving here, I bought my Trend Air Pro. I haven't been using this much lately because, well, this screen's kind of all, man, it's plain day today. The screen is like all marked up. It's kind of hard to see out of, but I ordered a new screen, but I said I better bring it and use it anyways. Now this is like a 600, I think it was 600 Canadian desk mask. This has rechargeable batteries here. You plug it in, and this has filter, for all you that don't know, this has filters inside here, right? So it pushes air in. Filter here, filter here. I'll turn it on for a second. So I can feel the air coming in here. So you can have a big beard and use this, and because it doesn't keep the air out, it pushes the air in. So it's like a hard hat. See how it fits to your head? Just tighten that up and loosen that, and it's got your like headband up here, and this part wraps around your face, your big beard or whatever. You just hang down. It pushes, it makes it so it doesn't fog up, pushing the air in. That's what it does, and it keeps dust out of your lungs. So keep the dust out of your lungs, everybody. You're gonna get some problems. You'll see here, so this burr has a pointy part on it, so it's pointy here but not pointy here because I finished it off there, but like these bottoms, so I went like this and I finished it off there, but I'm going to turn around and give them a little bit of points. Carry on. Actually, I was going to pull out my die grinder to do these bigger letters, the Murphys, but I think I'm just going to keep using this. It looks a bit cleaner. You can use your torch to heat up the paint, make it dry faster. Just put it out in the sun, let dry even more. All right. Man, it's pretty hot here today. Not too hot, but let's just let it sit up here, dry out in the sun. This is gonna be cool. Okay, so I got it, the pole set up here. I got that thing outside drawing. I got a wood spirit drawn on here. I got lots of videos how to carve wood spirits. I'll carve this live with the chainsaw. I'm just gonna quickly block it out. Then I'll use my die grinder. Then I might use a Dremel. I'm going to be using the Echo 2511 with the 8-inch carving bar on there. This is a Forester bar. It's working. This has lasted me a couple of years already. I don't know if I showed you guys on video yet, but I made a because I said I'm going to be making a copper roof out of this one. But I already got the copper. But this was I just did this really quickly. It's not done right, but here's kind of a prototype of the copper shingles. Like, they're going to be done professionally, so there's like no gaps and everything's overlapped. I stapled them on. I'm going to get some stainless staples, but that's what the roof's going to kind of look like on this. I did this in 5 minutes, and they're going to be cut straight and everything. So there's the copper roof, what it will look like. This will probably be a winter's project, I think. Anyways, beautiful day here, scorcher, and I feel great. I use the Kutzall Silver Flame Burr for that. Here's the Mampa cutter. Get these on Amazon. These aren't cheap bits. I'm going to do the eyebrows and age lines. This wood spirit doesn't have real eyes. It's got hollow eyes. Just gonna put a little bit of black paint inside the eyes before I wood burn it. I do this because if you try to wood burn too much inside the eyes, you'll burn the eyebrows away. You can put some down here too if you want. A little bit in there. If I didn't say it, this is Douglas fir, but it was actually pretty soft Douglas fir. Oops, I didn't carve him nostrils. That's okay, I'll do it after. I got a propane torch here. And sync filming, yeah. Just gonna burn it with this, then sand it. I have been known to wood burn too much. Looks like a wood spirit to me. All right, so that's pretty well done. Signed it. Now there's nothing special at all about this piece. Anybody can do this. Like even look at this cut here. I don't care. It makes it more friggin' what you call it art. Thing art. I forget the name of it. Okay, so when I quickly carve this is dry now, so that can go on there. Now I gotta sand it. Next step, sand this. Wear your dust mask. Okay, so I got the sign laid out there. Now here's a sander that I got from Timo. That, you know, that site like Amazon, that Chinese site. This thing works pretty good. It's got a speed control. It's super light. It's super small. It sends you one of these Velcro. It's called hook and loop sanders that goes on here. It's like, you know, Velcro, hook and loop. Boom. And sand away. I like it, especially because the speed control, and it's, I forget how much this was, but like 40 or 60 bucks or something. So if you're on Timo, that site, that Amazon site thing, just like search for power sanders or something, and you'll see that. I don't even think there's a name of that on there, but you'll see it on there. Power sander, or wood sanding, power wood sanding. Wood sounding grinder, that's a loud plane. Or even just a sanding grinder, or even just a grinder. And it comes with a super long cord too. I've had it for like, I don't know, 6 months now. I like it. Easy as that. Easy as that. Folk art, that's the name I was thinking of. Now, how do I fasten this to here? I carved deep enough inside these letters. I got these deck screws, and I go inside, I screw inside in the letters, okay? But sometimes, let me get closer here. Sometimes your screw head, these screws, this is all I got here right now, the smallest ones, is too big to fit inside those letters, and you'll see that on the outside there. So like, where's an example? Like there, it's too big. So all I do is just, I got my sander out still, I just sand these heads smaller, just round it off, make the head smaller and screw it in, then paint over them. Carry on. lot smaller now. Don't catch your shop on fire. There you go. Now you just get some black paint inside there and then call her done. You guys like the Carving Fusion paint tray? I love my Carving Fusion paint trays. Un. Oops. Down. Hi, Glenn. How you doing, buddy, out there in Quebec? Grumpy Cricket. What do you think? Folk artish or not? Now, if you got some clear coat, you can even give it a clear coat for your friends or whoever's buying this. Now this stuff, there you go. Hi Glenn, there's some French rating. This stuff, rust holding, this is stuff I use lots for indoors. This stuff really doesn't last too long for outdoors, but you know, it protects it a bit. I'm not going to do the face, it will get too dark. Okay, so let's finish off this video. You know, for the very beginning chainsaw carvers, I suggest yourself getting a jaw horse. I got one of the King Canada ones. It's like a knockoff jaw horse, but I don't know, I think it's a piece of junk, so I don't use it. So there you go. Let me make sure it's in screen here. So there's, you know, just to try and give you guys ideas to do things for carvings if you want to make gifts or for people's weddings, or if you want to sell it, or like I said, blur over this. If you're going to post on Facebook or Craigslist or something, blur over this part when you're done it. Okay, take a picture, blur over this, and then off to the side on the picture, write your address here with an arrow there, or your last name here with an arrow there. Guarantee it, people will want to buy it. Lots of people have been asking me how much I sell my carvings for. I don't really talk about that too much on Facebook. It's just kind of, you know, and why I don't is because charge what you want. I don't charge too much money. That's why I sell so much stuff, because I make it affordable to people. Like this piece, how much would I charge for this? I don't really want to say, but like 150. So, and it also depends how much I like the person. If I don't like the person, and I probably wouldn't even do a carving for them. But if I kind of don't like the person, I'll charge more money. If I like the person, just charge less money. Just do whatever makes you feel comfortable. So like this probably took me an hour and a half if I wasn't doing it for YouTube. So Grumpy, stay positive. Everybody, Grumpy is a YouTube. He's been a subscriber for a while. He's got his own YouTube channel called Grumpy and Cricket, and he's dealing with I think it's the radiation or something right now for his cancer. So I said that I'd give him a shout out. He was live today, and I actually caught him. It was weird. I caught him live, so I said hi to him, and he was in a treatment home with his wife and his dog Cricket. Cricket's his dog, Grumpy and Cricket. His first name was Grumpy Concrete Guy, Grumpy Old Concrete Guy or something, but now it's Grumpy and Cricket. Keep the name Grumpy and Cricket. Grumpy, don't Dave. I think it's Dave. That's my real name. Don't change it. Anyways, everybody, that just goes to show you like how you can make some easy money, easy gifts. I could have done a way better wood spirit than this. I could have done a way better sign so it looked like it was done on the CNC. Don't care. Have fun. Blast it off if you want. And enjoy yourself. That's what it's about. Just really enjoying yourself. So don't be looking forward to any wood carving videos coming up in the next couple weeks, I don't think. I got a couple epoxy videos I got to finish. I made a mold with for my epoxy lighters that I carve. I made a mold for 5 of them at one time, so I'm going to go home and pour the epoxy in the mold that I made. Just having a good time, having fun. Carry on, everybody. and be well. See, looks not very good from close, but look at it from far. There you go, 100% carving fusion folk art. See how the top looks rusty all there too? Yep. Quit school in grade 1, Jordy Johnson carving fusion folk art.